want to welcome everyone here today for this very special ceremony. My name is Craig Floyd, and I'm the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer here at the Memorial Fund. It's my honor to be our host here today. I also want to recognize one of our board members in attendance, the President of the DC Fraternal Order of Police, Marcello Mazzotti, who's in attendance. Thank you, Marcello. Today is a very special ceremony. Over the last 2 years, the Philadelphia Police Department has lost 7 officers in the performance of duty. 2 of those officers, Walter Barclay Jr. and Charles Cassidy, were added to the memorial walls last year in 2008. And then also last year, unfortunately and very tragically, 4 Philadelphia officers made the supreme sacrifice. That's the highest fatality figure among any law enforcement agency in the country during 2008. I want to recognize so many officers, members of the Philadelphia Police Department, and family members and colleagues of the officers we honor today. Certainly my good friend, Commissioner Charles Ramsey of the Philadelphia Police Department. Unfortunately, Commissioner Ramsey has been here many times before for similar ceremonies where officers under his watch made the ultimate sacrifice. I also, of course, want to recognize all of the family members who have gathered here today, the surviving family members of the 4 officers who will be honoring by adding their names to the memorial. At this time, it is my honor to ask the Commissioner of the Philadelphia Police Department, and again, a very long time and dear friend of myself and the Memorial Fund, the Honorable Charles Ramsey, to offer his thoughts and reflections.
Thank you, Craig, and I want to thank Craig Floyd and the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial for allowing us to come here today as the names of our 4 heroes in Philadelphia are added to this wall. You know, I've only been in Philadelphia now for about 15 months, but during that time we've lost 5 police officers in the line of duty. The first almost exactly a year ago, on May 3rd of last year, when Sergeant Steve Liczbinski was shot and killed on the streets of our city as he attempted to apprehend 3 individuals that had just committed a bank robbery. Our department had not yet healed from the murder of Chuck Cassidy, who was slain in November of 2007. We all hoped that even though it's a tremendous tragedy losing any member, that we certainly would not have to live through that again, but it just wasn't meant to be. In September, Isabel Nazario, officer from our strike force, pursuing a suspect who was wanted, her vehicle was struck and she was killed in the line of duty. We were still wearing our mourning ribbons on our badges when 2 weeks later, Patrick McDonald, an officer from Highway Patrol who's since been promoted to the rank of sergeant, made a street stop of an individual, engaged in a foot pursuit, and during the course of a struggle was also shot and killed in the line of duty. In November of last year, Sergeant Timothy Simpson, the 24th District, who I happened to have just seen 2 hours prior to his death, responding to a call when his car was struck by an individual eluding police, and he too was killed. 2008 was not a good year for us in the Philadelphia Police Department by any stretch of the imagination, but as the new year rolled around, we all hoped and we all prayed that that was it, that we'd have a period of time where we didn't have to suffer through another loss of a police officer, but it wasn't meant to be, because it was just on February 13th of this year, Officer John Pulowski was shot and killed on the streets of our city. So it's been a very difficult time for all of us here, but it's been especially difficult for the families that have to live from this point on without that loved one among them. But the one thing about this memorial, as these names are added to this wall, there is a sense of eternity that goes along with it, because those names will be engraved on that wall for all of time. And everyone, thousands and thousands of people who visit this memorial will see those names and know that as they walk along these walls, they're surrounded by heroes, true heroes in every sense of the word. And it's really my honor to be a part of this organization, to know the fine men and women of the Philadelphia Police Department, and to have been in the profession of law enforcement for more than 40 years, where I have had the honor and privilege of working among heroes every single day. So God bless all of you, to the Liczbinski family, to the Nazario family, to the McDonald family, and to the Simpson family, and to Kim Pulowski, who's at home in Philadelphia. I spoke to her last night. To all of you, God bless you, and may God keep all of you in the palm of his hand.
The names of the four Philadelphia police officers who died in 2008 will now be engraved on two adjacent panels over here on the east wall. On panel 3 East, line 26, Sergeant Patrick McDonald of the Philadelphia Police Department. End of watch, September 23rd, 2008. Officer Isabel Nazario of the Philadelphia Police Department. End of watch, September 5th, 2008. And on panel 4 East, line 26, Sergeant Stephen Liczbinski, the Philadelphia Police Department. End of watch, May 3rd, 2008. And Sergeant Timothy Simpson of the Philadelphia Police Department. End of watch, November 17th, 2008. By inscribing their names on this national memorial, we ensure these heroes will never be alone, and they will never be forgotten. That is our pledge to the family, to the friends, the colleagues of these officers who are here with us today, just as it is our pledge to the loved ones of every officer whose name appear on these panels.
They should be coming out of here. You guys can do that.